Hey everyone, welcome to another video. And I'm not going to waste any much time and get straight into the video. So, this video is more so about how Stoic principles actually help you live your life. And you don't actually know it, but you are impacting your life with Stoic principles even without knowing it. I mean, for those who are actually consistent, actually working hard, for those people, not the ones who are lazy, sitting on the couch, watching TV, eating junk food all day long. So it's all for the people who are really consistent, working really hard, and they're actually implying all the Stoic principles that they're out there and implying in their lives. So but at the same time, if you're not so consistent, if you're not so consistent, if you are watching like these videos to get a better version of yourself and looking for ways to become better, now this can be a good video for you because you're gonna understand what stoic principles, because stoic people, like stoic philosophers, were the ones who discovered the virtues, the, in easy language I'd say, the habits, the work that needs to be done to become a better version of yourself. And it impacts all aspects of your life: financial, physical, emotional, spiritual, right? And I'm gonna be sharing those principles right here. So, like I said, stoic principles to rebuild your entire life and to make yourself a better version every single day. So, first things first, again, who I am, for those people who are watching this video for the very first time, or even you're not the one who's watching for the very first time, I'm gonna still introduce myself. My name's Karmana Kashyap. I'm the founder of Stoic Mindset and Aurelius, our app out there. You can go to Play Store, App Store. You can check out our app, log in, and it's a self improvement app, or I'd say self improvement social media app, right? Where you can just put your reflections, your ideas, whatever you're feeling, and everything in there. A lot of whole other people who are going to help you if you need any help, if you're going through anything. You're going to share on the reflections, and there are a lot of people who are there to help you, even myself. So I'm very much active over there, right? So yeah, just go out, install, let me know how you like it, and if there's anything that you want to be improved, just let me know. We are working for the people, and we are envisioning to make it one of the biggest social media platforms that will ever exist, right? So I don't like to show how much money I make, but this is what the industry, or I'd say people, demand from me, because they want to know, oh, tell me how much how much you make, tell me how much you make. But to tell you, I have a team of 9 people. I pay salaries, right? I pay more in salaries than people make in months or years. So, and I already have an office in Manchester, so it takes a lot of money to spend it over there. We are spending on marketing as well, so reaching our other influencers. So we are still in the process, but at the same time, yeah, I made. I don't like to show, like I said, I made in December, so 5 figures in 7 days. So that's how easy it is to make money online. And if you're not utilizing social media in 2026, then you are, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I really don't know what you're doing with your life, because one person who has no knowledge about social media, one person who is absolutely unknown to it but still posting consistently, is going to be more famous, going to make more money, because there are a lot of people. I know I felt the same, because when I was trying a lot of things, I was like, oh, this dude is total douchebag, and how come he's making this much money? I'm much much smarter than him. Obviously, I'm much smarter in all aspects of life, but at the same time, he got on in social media. He was consistent with it. The only thing that is really commendable in those people are that they are too stupid to doubt themselves, right? So that's why they post consistently every single day. They don't doubt themselves. If it's like they are just making content maybe for the fun of it, they just keep on posting, and somehow they're like, oh, there's everybody's seeing them and everything, right? So back when I started my theme page, I grew from like these many followers to 500K in just 4 months. And when I used to tell people, they were like, they couldn't believe it. So yeah, but before this happened, I tried a lot of theme pages. I tried a lot of business models like drop shipping. I was like delivering my packages. I was doing influencer marketing, and I was delivering those packages by myself with one of my friends, and like I was doing business with him. So we were, we were delivering packages. So it really felt fun at that moment of time, but at the same time, it was kind of a shame thing. But if it's for your business, if it's for your own good, then it's totally fine. Right? And when I started my page, my fifth video went like almost a million. And then all of a sudden, like every single day I used to refresh, and every single moment there are a lot of follows coming in. So I know this game. Right. So let's start with the topic of the video, the stoic principles, and how you can better your life with these principles. Right. So first, control what you can. Right. I see a lot of people trying to control what they don't have in front of them. Right. Let's say you are in a situation, something bad happened to you, and I'll give you an example. Right. After this, but let's say there's a situation, something happened to you, and there are two options in front of you. Right. You can either do something about it, or you cannot do something about it. So there's no point of thinking about it, sulking about it, whining about it, and all these things. So you're just putting out this energy. Right. First thing you have to understand, energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be transferred. So you are transferring your energy into the low vibrational, low frequency things. Right. So you are wasting your energy in sulking, you whining, crying about it. Right. But if you have a problem, like over here, if you have a problem, you cannot do anything about it. So there's no point of worrying. Right. And if you can do about it, then do something about it. And after that, you still have a choice. If some things might work, some things won't work. Right. So it's all about being present in the moment, and acknowledging the situation and what can be done, what cannot be done. Worrying is like holding an umbrella and waiting for it to rain. So it's not going to rain if you're just holding an umbrella or waiting for it to rain. Oh, when it's going to rain, when it's going to rain, it's useless, it's pointless. Right. So I'm going to give you an example from my personal experience. So back when I was a kid, I used to give football trials, and I went to a trial. I didn't get, I didn't select. They did select me, and now I have two options in front of me. I can cry about it. Oh, they didn't take me. Oh, they didn't take me. Or I can acknowledge myself, all the mistakes I've made. I can go to the coach, ask what all I could have done better, and I can improve. Right. That's the thing. You have two options in front of you. Either I can just go home, cry about it. Oh, they didn't select me. Oh, they didn't select me. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and all these things. Or either I can go to the coach, ask for what improvements I can make. And I can come home, write it down on my journal, write it down in my diary, and get back to it the next day. That's it. Moving on to the next one, live according to nature. Right. So it's about being in the moment. Right. Align your life with reason and your role as a human being. Don't fight reality, flow with it. Right. When you actually flow with it, when you are connected to the nature, right, we are human beings, we are naturally gifted to be around nature. Right. That's our nature. Right. If I put it in the words, we are nature. Right. So if we feel the best if you just go for a walk in the morning, and you are walking barefoot in the grass. The sunlight is hitting your entire body, your face, and you feel alive. That's natural dopamine. That's the best form of dopamine that man can ever experience. So that's why you have to understand the power of nature when you go out, when you are in the nature, except for being on the screen, except for watching or playing games all night long. And you have to have a reason for your existence. right? You have to have a purpose. You have to have, like, oh, I'm gonna be something, right? You have to tie yourself with a purpose in your life. For me, my purpose is to be great. And by being great, I mean by impacting people's lives for them to follow their dreams, to set a standard that for people, no matter where they are, no matter where they come from, to make them believe, to make them have this in their heart and truly believe it, that they can actually achieve their dreams. And how can I do it? By working so hard on myself that I am all over. And now people are like, oh, I'm gonna be like him. Like kids are playing in the park and they're like, oh, I'm gonna be like Karmanya, I'm gonna be like Karmanya. So that's my purpose. That's my purpose in life, and all I can do is work on myself. So you have to have a reason, you have to have a purpose for your existence. Moving on to the next one, the present moment is all you have. There is no past, there is no future. Yes, exactly. When the next day comes, it's the present moment. When you were living the previous day, the yesterday, it was the present moment. So past and future, it's just a term. If you understand from a spiritual, from a universe standpoint, from really awareness standpoint. So when you really get into the awareness, you understand that there is no past and future. There is this very moment is all we have. When we say, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna ask you one thing. When you say you're gonna do it tomorrow, how well are you guaranteed that you're gonna see tomorrow? That's one question, right? You got to be grateful for what you have. You got to be grateful for for your existence. You got to be grateful for every single thing you have, because maybe, I mean, touch wood, it doesn't happen, but maybe you go out, you get hit by a car, and you just cannot see the next day, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it next day. Now you are not able to see the next day. You're lying on the hospital bed, trying to, you're fighting to live another day, crying to live another day. So there is no future, there is no past. All we have is right now. And whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are, just put every single thing you have, right? It is just we have, which is right now. All we have is right now. What else you have? What else you have? All we have is right now. So whatever you want to do it right now. Do it now. You must have heard, you must have seen the reel, which goes like, oh, it's getting really wild. It's like, do it now, do it now. The guy says, do it now, do it now. So what it means is all you have is right now. You don't have anything else. Don't procrastinate. Don't be a weak coward. Be a real man and do it right now. Moving on to the next one, memento mori. Remember, you will die. I mean, you gotta have this in your mind that you're not immortal. You gotta have this in your mind that someday you're gonna be seeing yourself sitting on a wheelchair. Someday you're gonna be seeing yourself popping so many pills just to survive another day. You're gonna remember, just have this in your head. There's going to be someday that you're gonna be looking at other kids playing in the park. You're gonna be looking at children's, that, oh, I used to be so young. You're gonna remember, you're gonna be having those moments in your life that where you'll be like, just in a pure nostalgia, like, oh, I used to have so much energy, I used to have this, used to have that. And at that very moment, this thought should never cross your mind that, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done this, oh, I could have done better, only if I didn't spend just 5 minutes more sleeping in. That wouldn't have made any difference, right? So we always like, oh, we hit the snooze button, oh, 5 minutes more, 5 minutes more. Those 5 minutes more will cost you your entire life. Your costs, it will cost what you could have become. So remember, you're gonna die. Remember, you're gonna die, and there's going to be a day when you will leave this earth. Now that's your duty, know. That's your duty to know, and that's your duty to declare how well you have lived your life and how well you have impacted other people's life in a positive way, and what they take from you. Maybe it's kindness, maybe it's the work ethic, maybe it's talking to somebody else politely, right? I had my coach, and he left me from this earth, and back in 2023, 24 January. And I always looked up to him. He was like a big brother to me, and I always took this one thing from him: to care about people. He always cared about me. He treated me like a little brother, and it wasn't more like a coach and player relationship. It was like a brother to brother relationship, because he actually was the one who um, was there in my worst phase of life. So he's above God for me. He is God for me. So I always took this one thing when he left us. I always took this one thing from him, was to care about people, to be polite and be nice, treat people with kindness, treat people with goodness, right? So that's what I took from him. So remember, you're gonna die. So that's your duty, to live a life so well that people can take something from you and pass it to younger generation. That's all we have. All right, moving on to the next one. Your mind is your home, right? I see a lot of people, like I mentioned. Maybe I did, maybe I don't. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. You must have heard it. Your thoughts impact everything. Your thoughts impact every single thing. Like, you must have heard, you become what you think about, and that's just not a phrase. You are your thoughts. If you think about, oh, I'm gonna be a chef, you're keep thinking about being a chef. You keep thinking about being a chef. Now what you're doing is, you want to be a chef. You have that burning desire in yourself. You want to be a chef, right? Now you're looking up to YouTube, what how to be a chef. Now you're just looking out that roadmap. Now you're trying in your kitchen, trying to cook some scrumptious meals, maybe trying something that you maybe never heard of it, right? So now you're acting in a way that you want to be a chef, right? So it all started with the thoughts. That's exactly how everything happens. Now if you keep thinking about what bad happened to you maybe 6 months ago, and you're still crying about it, your entire reality will be like, oh, you're going to be facing all those things. Because I'm going to give you a better example over here. Let's say you wake up bright and early, you go for a workout, you're in a good mood, you're in good health, you had a healthy breakfast, you had a good breakfast, which you had your favorite breakfast, and all day is going really incredible, really beautiful. You had a good time with your family, and then you're just walking by and you stub your toe, right? You stub your toe from the corner of your bed, and you're like, oh fuck, what happened? And you're like, just walk away. You just for a few seconds you're like, oh, what the fuck happened? Then you just kind of walk away, right? But now you woke up at 2 uh, in the afternoon. You slept late, you were just wasting your time. You slept late, you woke up at 2 in the afternoon, and now you're just having late lunch. You're just kind of lousy with the attitude, and like, everything's kind of messy. Now you stub your toe again. Now your attention will go over there, because your day was like shitty. Now attention goes over there, right? And oh, what is happening to me? And now you're crying about it. Now you're thinking about it all day long. Nothing is going my way. What is happening to me and everything? So remember, wherever your attention goes, it grows, right? So focus on the things that makes you happy. Focus on the things, even if bad things happen, don't try to put your attention over there. Put your attention on the things that actually matter, that actually help you to become a better version, that actually help you to have a good surrounding, right? Remember that. Moving on to the next one. Obstacles are the way, right? Oh, I'm gonna do like this. Obstacles are the way. Obstacles are not something that is happening against you. It's not like, oh, whenever you face a failure, it's not like, oh, why is it happening to me? Why is it happening to me? It's not like that. I always say failures is a stepping stone towards something you're going to become. But at the same time, you got to have unwavering faith in yourself. You're going to have relentless work ethic. And when you're going to become something, because now you're working so hard that like, oh, I'm going to crack it. I'm going to become that. Even if everybody says no, I'm going to like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, because I'm putting in the work. I'm putting countless hours in it. I'm having so much faith, because I'm putting the faith, and the work that you're putting in is a proof to your belief, like, oh, I'm gonna be that. No matter how many failures I get, No matter how many failures I face, I'm gonna be there. Let's say I tell you that you are going to face first 30 failures, and the 31st one in your business is going to be a big success. You're going to be a billionaire, you're going to be a millionaire. Now you're like, oh, I'm gonna fail my way up to the 31st try. You're gonna try a whole lot of bunch of things, by you reach and you're like, I'm gonna fail fast, because I just know it. You don't believe in it, you just know it. So that's a difference. You know it, you're gonna become that. So you're not trying, you just know it, that I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna try everything with all, I'm gonna try with all I've got inside me. And you're gonna just try again, try again, try again. And as you reach the 30th try, 31st is going to be a big break. So now that's it. Now you see obstacles differently. Now you see those failures differently. Now you see them as a stepping stone towards, not believe, know you're going to become. Your 31st try is going to be a big break for you. Remember that. Moving on to the next one, practice humility, right? That's very important, right? Because I've seen a lot of people having egos as big as a mountain, but having nothing in their arsenal, right? They are nothing. They are absolutely nothing, even if they might be good in whatever their fields are. They're not the best. And you might say, I even say, like, ego actually helps you to become better. But at the same time, unchecked ego or unchecked anything goes bad for you. So you gotta have this in your mind. At the same time, you gotta have humility. You gotta be, talking politely to other people. Like, I have this thing I've been saying for a very long time. Just try to be kind, try to be, respectful to your elderly, be a good person, treat dogs and animals and other people respectfully, make as much money as you can, be good, like, work on yourself, right? So, yeah. See, don't. And there's one other thing that I've read in this book, which is called "The Power of the Subconscious Mind," is what you wish for others, what you pray for others, you pray for yourself. So if you say you're envious of somebody else, if you say, oh, you're not happy about how good, or he's like, oh, that's evil money, that's whatever you say, it's going to come back to you, right? So it's not like you hate somebody for no reason. You're saying all the bad things. You're not just saying to him. You're putting those words. You're putting those energy into the universe. And you must have heard about karma, right? It always comes back. And that's not so much about karma. It's about karma is just a big term, but if you break it down, it's like putting your energy into the universe, and it always comes back. So you're gonna experience those things. So, like I said, whatever you pray for others, whatever you wish for others, you are wishing for your own self. So if you say, oh, he's doing good, I wish he does much better, you're wishing that for yourself. Remember that. Now act for the common good, right? You're not separate from others, acting with kindness and justice. Like I said, be a good person, right? Be You are not wishing for others, you're wishing for your own self. So whatever you say, don't wish anyone bad. Let them have the success they have, because they've worked for it, right? I say, when people look up to others, when people look to a much successful version of somebody else in their own niche, in their own space, and they're like, oh, he's doing bad, he's doing good. No, he earned it. That's why he's there. He earned it. That's very important to know, that he earned it, right? He worked for it, that we didn't see. He earned it. That's why he's there. It's not luck. There is no luck, right? When you work hard, luck is on your side, but you have to work hard, right? You have to work really hard. So what do you wish for others, you wish for yourself. And you know and remember this, right? Remember this, what injures the hive injures the bee, right? So always act with kindness, be polite, always treat good, and be good to people, be good to animals. Remember that. It's a good thing to live by. The Stoics were like, they already knew, and those they already lived with it, and their principles are so strong that they are going to be relatable in the coming future. Like it's going to be, because humans don't change. Humans uh activity don't change, their habits don't change. They are the same, they was the same, they were the same actually, and they will be the same for, I don't know how much longer humanity is going to last on this planet, but whatever time it will be, it is going to be the same, right? Amor fati, love your fate. So you gotta accept the things, right? And you gotta accept the people the fate has binded you with, right? So you don't have to, tolerate it. You gotta embrace it, right? So that's important. That's very important, to embrace the things that are happening to you. Like, oh, like I said, it's everything is interconnected. So every single pointer that I have taught you so far, it's all interconnected. All the principles are like interconnected. All the principles are one of the same and have one of the same meaning, and they are everything surrounding by the habits that a human has, right? Everything occurs as an opportunity, so you gotta embrace it, either good or bad. Something didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, all right, no worries. So, and I love this saying um uh, which goes by, if you didn't get what you wanted, that's God protection, right? And if you actually got what you wanted, that's God direction. So it's a beautiful saying. Keep it with yourself, right? Moving on to the next one, we have virtue is the only true good, right? You gotta have this in your mind, that by only taking actions, by only being a good person, by only doing what you preach and impacting other people's life is what a man should be doing, right? Well, fame, comfort are preferred, right? Not required, because nowadays in the modern times people prefer, I gotta have comfort in my life, I gotta have this. But a human is designed to do the extraordinary. A human is designed to do something that impacts other lives, right? A human is designed to go beyond what he thinks his limits are, because all the limits are self-imposed. And don't argue, oh, I'm this good, I do this, I do this, I do this. I don't care. Be good, show that. And like you've heard, actions speak louder than words. So become that. Let your actions speak for yourself. Moving on to the next one, morning reflection. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, people I deal with. So listen it very carefully, or just read it yourself. The people I deal with today will be meddling, right? Ungrateful, arrogant, and dishonest, jealous, surly. So you gotta understand that you're not going to experience, you're not going to have same kind of people. Some people might be, something happened to them, something different affected them, and now they are putting it out on you. So you gotta understand it's not because of you, it's them, right? You gotta understand that it's their energy, it's what they're putting out, right? um I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you got into a fight with your friend, and he's just yelling at you, and now what he's putting out that energy of anger, right? Now you're gonna be like, oh, how the fuck did he yell at me? Right now you're gonna yell at him, and it's going to go back and forth. So you're just he's putting out energy of arrogance, um rudeness, fighting energy, like, oh, really bad energy. Now what do you, like I said, what you put out in the universe, you're gonna get back. So he's putting out on you, and you're giving it back to him. So it's the purest example that one can understand. So be calm, understand it. And yeah, moving on to the next one, never seek approval. So it's so big, because people go all their lives now, having social media is, it's like, everybody out there, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it, nobody's happy on social media. Everyone is showing their highlights. Nobody's showing the work behind the curtain. Nobody's showing um their worst moments. Nobody's showing like anything. So first things first, don't just see everything. You don't like get influenced by everything you see on the internet. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of the men, yet less value of his own opinion of himself than on the opinions of others, right? So you gotta understand that what opinion you have for yourself don't matters more, because that's how you're gonna change it. That's how, when you see yourself differently, you're gonna act differently, and when you act differently, you're gonna be moving differently and achieving different things in life. Maybe if you see yourself as a better person, if you see yourself as a winner, and if you see everything as a win, you're going to be a winner. But if everything you feel like, oh, I'm such a loser, I don't look good, you're just always comparing yourself with other people. You're always comparing your wins. You're always feeling sorry for yourself. Oh, I couldn't do this. I'm this age. Oh, he did at that very age. He's so young. How did he do that? Oh, fuck him. Maybe did something wrong. Maybe he's doing taking the wrong path. There is no such thing like that. Always reflect on yourself. Always have this um, this thing in your heart. Have the guts to always trust your instincts, always trust your own opinion about yourself. Yes, take constructive criticism from people that are where you want to be in life. Take constructive criticism from people who are much more experienced than you, but it's your duty to apply it or not. Right, I always say, always take advices from people who are there where you want to be in life. So everybody has their own advices from whatever experience they've had in the past. So everyone is going to guide you differently, but always respect your parents. Especially I've seen happening in this generation, right? Oh, they're like admiring people. It's a real case that happened in front of my eyes, right? This kid, I remember he was he was having an argument with his parents, and his parents was like, "Oh, focus on your studies. Don't just go out for the money and stuff." And he told me this thing. Oh, he didn't make that much money. He was, getting influenced by some other people, and he was looking up to some other people, and they were making good money. And he was like, "Oh, my dad didn't make that amount of money, so he can't guide me. I'm just focusing on this guy, worshiping this guy. Fuck that. Always respect your parents. Always respect your parents. Always respect them, like they are always looking out for you. It's your decision to, take their opinion and apply on yourself, but always treat them with respectfully, and always treat them respectfully, and always take people's opinion, but it's your choice, it's your will to apply it on yourself, but take it respectfully. Talk to them, have this, guts in yourself, have this in yourself, that you just talk things out. Don't just be like, oh, my dad didn't make that amount of money, so I'm gonna say fuck you. That's something. And if you say in front of me, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, because that type of behavior is something that I don't approve of. Right. So I'm gonna end this over here. So you gotta understand, right? Have good opinion about yourself, and you love yourself the most. So why don't you just trust your opinion about yourself? Like, I'm good. I look good, right? I do good in my life, right? And everything. So trust yourself. All right. Oh, actually, we have three more. Anyways, being calm in all things, right? This is very important, right? Everything is important, to be honest, like I said, and everything is interconnected. Um, Me having to play football from a very young age, I was being exposed to pressure, pressure to perform, pressure to score goals, pressure to be a good player, pressure by my own standards. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Pressure by the coaches, pressure by everyone, and that's not a bad thing, because that's what they expect of you. You are a good player, and they expect good things from you. But you gotta understand that pressure is a privilege. Nobody else I've seen, like, oh, have this much pressure. And when you gotta understand, like, how to treat the pressure, right? Either you are calm about it, or you are just panicking about it, right? So you gotta change your perspective. You gotta be calm. You gotta be dead calm in that scenario, and you gotta be like, oh, what I can do in this situation. People are demanding so much of myself. People are demanding me to score goals in a football match. People are demanding for me to perform. Now it's my duty. And how do you do that? By working on yourself in the countless hours that nobody sees, in the countless hours when nobody claps for you. But when you are in that stadium, when you are in the field, when millions of fans are watching you, they expect you to perform, because you've now reached that level. And then you're gonna fold. That's not acceptable. All right, so you got to back pressure with countless hours of work on yourself. So be calm, be cold hearted when it comes to making decisions. Don't be emotional about it, right? Some decision needs cold heartedness, right? Do your duty without complaint. I've seen like right now I it's I'm gonna show you. It's it's 2 in the morning. I came from a football game at midnight, and I was going for the football game. Right, I saw a lot of people who were in worse, who were in a bad position. Like they were living on the streets. They were bathing on the streets. They were cooking on the streets, and I was like, I'm so grateful. I'm really so grateful. I'm so privileged. I don't have any reason to complain about it. I don't make if like oh I don't make enough money. I can always make more. I have a roof over my head. I get my food on time and everything, right? So don't complain. Do what you need to do without doing anything that like oh I don't have this. I don't have this. Shut your fucking mouth, man. For once, right? Do what nature requires. Get going immediately if possible. So if something that doesn't go your way, that's okay. That's okay. That's how life works, right? Don't look around to see if people will know it, right? Be satisfied with even the smallest step. So take one step in front of the other, put one step in front of the other, and just that's how it is. Now you have to climb a mountain. All you have to do is put one step in front of the other. You don't have to look at the entire mountain. So like if you just look at the entire mountain, it'll be like you'll get overwhelmed. You'll be like oh panicking and stuff. Oh, I have to go so much. The mountain is so huge. I can't do it. All these negative doubts, feelings creep in, right? But if you just focus on your steps, you just focus on your feet and just put one foot in front of the other, you'll be like oh, and in no time you're going to be on the top of the mountain. Now you have another mountain, right? So that's how you enjoy the journey. That's what actually matters in your life, to enjoy what you are doing. Be indulged in the process so much that you just love your daily actions. I love waking up. I don't like to sleep at all now. It's like I showed you, it's 2 in the morning. I came from a football game. I don't give a fuck about sleeping. I just love working on myself, making these YouTube videos for you guys, for myself as well. I do it for myself to just I enjoy it. And if I can impact other people's lives with whatever I have experienced in my life, that's a win-win. Hitting two birds with one stone, right? Moving on to the last one. I believe this is the last one. The whole universe is a change, right? Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Nothing is permanent, not pain, not pleasure, not people, except impermanence, and find freedom in it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. That's so true, right? Like this saying that I already told you, like if something goes in your way and if you get something that you really wanted, that's called direction. If you didn't get what you really wanted, that's called protection. So everything is happening in your favor. You have to really know that every single thing is happening for you, not against you. It is all happening for you, and life is not coming at you, it's coming from you. So whatever reality you have in front of yourself, you got to understand it's a mere reflection of the internal. So you stand in front of a mirror, what do you see? You see yourself. That's exactly your reality is. What this phone is, what everything is, this pen is, everything is mere reality of what how I perceive myself, how I see myself, and how I feel about myself inside, right? That's your reality. If you're not making a lot of money, that's because you have a poor mindset. You feel like poor. You feel poor, right? If you're rich, you're rich inside, you're abundant, you're not in scarcity mindset. These things matters, and now when you understand these things, everything is going to change for you, right? So nothing changes if nothing changes. You gotta make change, right? So that's it for this video. I've already spoken a lot. It's like 40 minutes now. And lastly, if you want to learn how to make money from theme pages, just text me on my personal over here, King Karmania, and you can join my. It's not over here, but yeah, it's an old screenshot. But you can join my broadcast channel. I'm putting out just tips and tricks on how to grow your channel. And if you want to be personally mentored, it requires an investment, and if you are capable, good. If you're not, then become. You can text me on my personal kinkerman mentor, and we'll take it from there. See you guys in the next video, and until then, apply these stoic principles and be a better version. And lastly, either you hate me or love me, right? I don't care. Like, if you hate me, just be better. It's better to just hate me and be better than love me and be the same. So just be a better version of yourself. You'll love it. See you guys in the next one.